how to stop feeling sorry for yourself, how to stop being a victim, how to stop wallowing in self-pity. That's what we're going to talk about today. But first, let me inhale your validation. I just got done working out. I got the endorphins going. So now for further fuel, I need your validation. So please like, comment, subscribe to the YouTube channel, hit the notification bell. All other platforms, like, comment, subscribe, share with everyone. Tell your grandmother, tell your cousins, aunts, uncles, your trainer at the gym, everybody. I need your validation. All right. Today's topic is going to be how to avoid the trap of self-pity. And with each video, you see I'm starting to get more harsh about the way that I see society trying to manipulate us. Society wants you to be weak. It wants you to be helpless. It wants you to feel sorry for yourself and to feel like a victim and to feel like you're powerless. So we have things pop up like microaggressions. Your ancestors, your great-grandfather, stormed the beaches of Normandy at the age of 18 to fight Nazis. I wonder what he would have to say about your microaggressions. Or further ancestors who fought with bayonets and who fought with swords, or your nomadic ancestors who fended off saber-toothed tigers and lived off the land and hunted and foraged, and people who had families who raised kids through plagues, famines, war. I wonder what they would say about you feeling sorry for yourself in 2019 when you have a computer in your pocket that to them would look like sorcery. I wonder how they would feel about you feeling sorry about yourself. So the point of this is not to say that you can't be down or that you can't be weak or that you can't have moments where you feel low. I've had them. Everyone has them. It's human to feel bad. There's nothing wrong with feeling bad. But in the long term, it only will rot your soul if you continue to identify with being a victim. And recently, we've had this trend where people are becoming martyrs on purpose, where it's like cool to not improve yourself, like where it's cool to settle, where it's cool to blame everyone else for your problems and just feel sorry for yourself. I mean, it just continues to descend into this. And I feel like I'm almost called now to share the opposite, the polar opposite message, that there is no virtue in being weak. There is no virtue in being a martyr. There is no virtue in feeling sorry for yourself. Now, on the same hand, this doesn't mean that if you are in a position in your life where you feel weak, you're not a bad person for feeling weak. You're not a bad person for going through periods of sadness, melancholy, whatever. But remember, there's just no virtue in it. Like, you could be rightfully in a situation where you feel sorry for yourself, and that's natural. But there's no virtue in it. There's no honor in it. There is no recognition or validation that's worthwhile that you get for complaining. See, right now, in our society, you can get status and validation for self-pity, for complaining. You can get a lot of attention if you complain about society. You can get on front page news if you make a habit of complaining about society, but it rots your soul from the inside. And it often happens before it's too late. Like I've said in other videos, that quote from Warren Buffett, the chains of habit are too light until they're too heavy to be broken. So people get caught in bouts of self-pity. Why? People get caught in bouts of self-pity because in a weird way, it is pleasurable to feel sorry for yourself. It actually feels good in a fucked up way to take pity on yourself, because then you can claim innocence. You can place the blame elsewhere. You can put yourself above the people who you blame for your problems. You feel more virtuous than other people because, a guy is just trying to get by in this life, there should be no, there's no honor in that at all. But let me make sure the message is calibrated. I know there are people out there who are struggling beyond anything that I could even imagine. So, often people will retort with, well, you don't understand X, Y, and Z situations. Like, no, I do understand. I might not be in that situation, but regardless of what's going on in each individual's life, like I always come back to, it's your life. You can either feel sorry for yourself and descend into nihilism and descend into permanent self-pity, and then you'll look up and, like I've said before, you'll finally realize how poisonous your actions have been, but then it'll be so deep-seated that you either can't or won't do anything about it. And still, regardless of where you're at, I'd encourage you to still try. I had periods where I felt sorry for myself. Like recently, I've had some major life changes, both positive and some very negative. And in those negative ones, my first instinct was to blame. My first instinct was to feel sorry about myself, to feel woe is me. And then, you go through it. So you allow yourself, if you're feeling down, if you're feeling self-pity, like allow yourself to feel those feelings. So you don't block them either. Because if you try to block or suppress them, then they're going to persist. So like if you're feeling bad, it's okay to feel bad, to feel down for a period of time. For a period of time. Then after that, what do? You look in the mirror, you say, what am I going to do? What am I going to do with this? What am I going to do for the rest of my life? It's like in my case, I look to the positives. I have a thriving career. I have people around me, family that I love, friends that love me, friends that were there for me when I needed them during those times. And I focused back on being grateful. I reoriented myself back into my mission. I started doing things to make myself feel better, get back in motion. I got back to just writing like a madman. I started the YouTube channel, see the seeds. Part of the reason I started that YouTube channel was to give me something new to focus on, to distract myself from negative feelings I was having, from situations in my life. So out of the darkness can spiral off amazing things, right? See, people don't understand the power of pain. You can take that energy and convert it and turn it into art. Sometimes the best art comes from pain. The best comedy comes from pain. The best writing, the best inspiration. You don't want to get inspiration from someone who hasn't been through shit. You want inspiration from someone who's actually tried and failed and gone through setbacks, and instead of feeling sorry for themselves, got back up. So it's more than just the cliche, pull yourself by the bootstraps, get up on the horse. Like, no, I realize that people have different starting places in life. I realize that some things happen to people through no fault of their own that they don't deserve. Like, no kid deserves to be born to a crack mom. No kid deserves to be orphaned. No person deserves to get in an accident where they lose feeling in their legs. People don't deserve to live under regimes that have laws that unfairly affect them, right? So it's not that you deserve what happens to you. It's not that type of attitude, but it's like, what are you going to do? Are you just going to sit there and feel sorry for yourself and let your life crumble away like many people do? Or are you going to do something about it? And that's why I'm sharing this stuff now, is just I see so much apathy. Just people are walking around like glassy-eyed, hopeless zombies. And that's what self-pity does. It turns you into a zombie. You're not a person. It's like a blob of low-level consciousness with no future. Like, that's what self-pity does to you. But strength that comes through overcoming adversity, nothing feels better. It actually feels better to overcome problems than it does to just get the success. That's why people win the lottery, they're not happy. Trust fund kids get the money, they're not happy. They didn't earn it. There's no struggle. Without the struggle, there's no feelings afterwards, the yin and the yang, right? So stop feeling so fucking sorry for yourself. Yeah, I'm going to curse because society needs this message. Stop feeling sorry for yourself and see what you can do about it today. All right, You 2.0 is the book, Amazon. It's on other platforms too. Just Google it. Like, comment, subscribe. Validate me. All right, see you tomorrow.